Everyone, Anthony Cheer of the Bloody Point. Today we are taking a look at Carth, a survival RPG that just went into early access on Steam on May 15th. This is by an independent studio, two-person studio out of Seattle, and it is very much, as I said, in early access, but even just since the release on May 15th, they've put up a lot of updates, so I'm actually very encouraged by that. As you can see, some information about the game. The system, as it is currently, is that the servers... Oh, I will mention, any developer who has motion blur off by default, that's a win for me. So kudos, really appreciate that. So as you can see, you can change a lot of the options here. They actually have some nice control options as well. So as I was saying, that the way the system works is that the servers are not hosted by the devs. You have to host your own or join a community hosted server, or you can play offline solo. So for our purposes here, that's what we're going to do. And the game very much is an RPG in the sense that the character creation process is significant in that you have to make some important decisions. The game includes a talents and traits system, which allows you to gain stats and abilities in some cases. You'll see that in a moment. So again, early access, the character creation is fairly simple, although there are a surprising number of options for customizing the character model. At present, it is not possible to change the hair color. The color palette in the lower right is for the skin. You can change the body type as well. Not going to go too deeply into this and make too many changes for the character just for the purposes of this test. It is the case, of course, in early access that sometimes significant updates to the games occur which require you to lose your save. So as you can see, a lot of options for customization of the face. It's not possible yet to zoom in on the face or to rotate, so a lot of these options are a little difficult to actually, detect on the model, but they are there, and that's really cool. You'll notice there are even some kind of like racially described options for facial features, which is interesting. See some slight changes there. Again, hard to see without it being zoomed in. That's something that is possibly to be added. We'll see. Alright, so here we have your character creation process. The game is based on classes. You'll see at the top left the class bar, and in the middle the description of the class altered. And classes can give you abilities, additional stat points, in some cases even things like spells. Here you can see this one gives you 2 skill points, and then you can pick from the right side. You get to pick one of the options presented. So just straight off, you can see that there really is an interesting amount of customization here. It's not clear yet, as of course you haven't seen your character sheet, what everything does, but some of it is very straightforward. The game it's an RPG, not an MMORPG, so it leans more to the survival element in that there's, thirst and hunger and so on. You have thirst, hunger, stamina, health, mana. Let's see, I believe there was one more class. Oh, this is interesting. So you really do have to make some tough choices here. As I understand it, some of these abilities can be acquired in-game through recipes. So, if you don't choose a particular option that has a spell, say, you can get it via other means. But I'm going to roll with the role-playing game RPG aspect of this and play a druid and try and be thematic. There is an alignment option as well. I don't know what that does exactly. There are interactions with NPCs, so that may play into it. Now there's a little text error there. A good evil character. Okay, so we're gonna go with a neutral. Some parts of this actually remind me of Shadowbane, if you remember that game from a million years ago. Okay, so I have stat points to spend. I am gonna play like a healer druid type, so caster, gonna put some points into wisdom and intelligence, and put a couple into con. Then I have skills. Oh, I just realized I have skipped the traits. I went to skills. I should have done traits, because when you choose certain of these options, you get points. So here we go. There we go. I did the class. Now we're doing the traits. Now the traits is really, as I said, reminiscent of Shadowbane. You have options which give you both positives in some cases and negatives in others. So you'll see I have a total of 5 points, and there's a point cost for many of these. But some of the options at the bottom of the list are actually negatives. They're like debuffs in a sense, and they return points to you. They give you points to spend. So you can see here, all thumbs, clumsy, conspicuous, those will all give me points. So this allows you to make some really cool choices and customize the character in a kind of thematic RPG way, and also, you know, give you all these options from the get-go. So I can see here, hearty appetite is a debuff. I'll always be hungry. Decay rate of hunger is increased. If I take that, there's an option I saw earlier which will allow me to possibly offset that. I have light eater. So I don't know the rates on these, but I'm getting a 2-for-1 here. I took a hunger debuff, and I took a hunger and thirst buff for the same points. So that seems to be a decent option. What else can we look at here? I am playing a healer, so I'll probably want a heal buff if I can, but I don't have enough points. Let's see, what other debuff can I pick up? Disorganized. Okay, leadership probably has to do with, you know, interaction with NPCs. Not going to worry about that too much. And the max weight, we'll see how that goes. And that gives me some more points. Alchemist. So some of these options will give you recipes and even items in some cases. You can see the Alchemist will actually give me a bench. As with most survival games, especially when you're starting out like this solo, you know, healing and food is important. So I'm going to focus on both of those and customizing my character from the beginning. I'll be able to pick things up, you know, purchase things and craft things and whatnot, but at least not knowing how harsh everything is, I want to start off with some abilities of my own that I can use to maintain my health and food levels. Let's see, I have 2 points. What else can I do? Again, trying to stay in character as well. Very much an old school vibe, you know, where you're more invested in the character, you're kind of role-playing a little bit. I do like that, especially given that it's solo. Try and pay attention to the story, create a story. 2 trait points, 2 trait points. I'm gonna need more points, so I might need to pick another debuff. Unless I just go with alchemy. One thing I notice is that, you know, you can acquire things from 2 sources, so you want to be careful about that if possible. Okay, so now you'll see that I have the skill point modifications. Leadership from the debuff, and then the additional healing, etc. So let's lean into the heals. And what else we got? Intimidation, investigation. So yeah, definitely it seems like you have a lot of NPC or interaction focused skills, which is interesting. There are skill rolls in the game, somewhat like, you know, tabletop. You have DCs, you have to pass skill checks, and these will impact that. So that's very good. All right. Let's see, so now talents. Some of these are not obvious. The text on the left is also kind of small, so it's not entirely clear what's what. But let's see. I am going to be a healer. So probably, I don't know what that does. Yeah, more information on this would be useful. I only have 2 points. I'm not going to worry about it too much if I'm not extremely efficient with this. But mana regen, given that I'm going to be a caster, is probably a good choice. Can't go wrong with that. And then since I have alchemy, this might double me up on something, but that's fine. It might give me like additional raw materials. Don't know exactly. Okay, I think I have everything I need. Give my character a name. Oh, whoops, no, don't want to exit. Let's save and go forward. Okay, so let's have a look at the Steam page while we're waiting for the game to load. As mentioned, this went up on the 15th. It's actually currently on sale until the 29th of May. So if you're interested in it, it's a good time to pick it up. Mostly positive, that's a good sign. Not a lot of reviews, but that's cool. Oh yeah, so it does have boats. And you can swim. That's great. Oh yeah, typical survival game building, but it looks good. Looks clean. You can see there have been a lot of recent updates. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, mounts as well, so you don't have to run everywhere. There are the requirements. Okay. Instructions on how to equip spells, interact with objects, combat stance, and then some lore. Again, RPG, so we have some story, some background there. And let's enter the world. We're going to do the tutorial. Always a good idea. Okay, WASD. There are control options, as I mentioned, that you can change. But I'm going to roll with these for now. Jumping, crouching, combat stance. Okay. Let's look at what we have here. Inventory. I have a couple items. So I do start with the alchemist workbench because I chose the alchemist during my character creation, and an empty bottle. And then a hatchet, a torch, and then we have reduced weight, capacity, my skills, and various resistances to damage types. And then the talents I selected. So I have mana regen. And then the alchemy that I chose. Okay. And then the quest tracker, the tutorial is counting as a quest here, so that'll be good. I'll see that marked on the map. You can see that in the lower right. Let's slot some things. Okay, so I must have gotten the heal. I think I got it via my class choice, and then also one of my traits, perhaps, or my talent. I'm not sure which. Okay, so we're going to just check the inputs here. Combat stance. Okay, yeah. So as I said, you could use arrow keys if you like. Even as early, that's always good. I like when devs give you lots of options. People have their own individual preferences for things like controls. Okay, let's see if we can find something to loot. Oh, well, there we go. Big giant crate here. Let's find the hot spot. There we go. Okay, crafting materials and a bottle. Feels pretty good. The movement is nice and responsive. Okay, crafting menu. Let's see. Oh, I like that it allows you to craft more than one. That's good. Okay, so this probably got opened up via my alchemy. Have a couple elixirs and a potion. Materials. Alright. Again, it is a survival game where people are pretty familiar with how that works right now. You gather, harvest raw materials. Some crafting you can do just straight from the inventory, and others you need workstations, like a crafting bench. So let's see if we can test that out. Nice little town. Ruined tower here. Anything in here? Okay, the torch works. Good illumination, very cool. Nothing in there. Alright. Let's try harvesting a bush. Oh wait, no, let's try the... So, I did notice in the introduction it mentioned that the hatchet is currently used for all harvesting. Eventually I'm sure they'll have different weapons, or different tools rather, for different resource node types. Let's do the bush. Oh, there's something flying over there, off in the distance. I don't know what that is. Oh, and a bird. Can't tell if this should be harvestable or not. I can't find the hotspot, but I guess not. Okay, the tree. Oh, that's cool. I like that the, you know, sometimes a game like this, where the tool impacts the object, the model of the tree or whatnot is off by a bit. Here it seems pretty good. I like that. Okay, so we got some raw materials. Let's see. Yeah, plant fibers, birch bark, thread, which I had. Okay, so I guess I could use some of this. Probably what I want is a better weapon. Maybe a healing potion. But I don't want to place the crafting station just yet. Okay, so let's see. A spear, chip stone, large stick, cordage. Okay, I need a little bit more stone. I'm gonna find another stone node somewhere. What else did I need? Cordage. Okay, I do have the fiber to make the cordage. We'll go ahead and do that. So far, it's very functional, you know, for early access. Can't complain. Okay, what else am I missing? Okay, so I need chipstone. Okay, so I need to craft it. Yeah, right. I need an additional stone. Okay, so find a stone node. There we go. So I mentioned earlier the game does have swimming. You know, I'm always appreciative when a title has swimming, because when you can't swim, it kind of breaks the immersion a little bit. There's some, you know, AAA titles that for some reason do not have swimming, but kind of blows my mind. Even if it's not used in gameplay so much, just the ability to do it is good. Okay, let me craft a chipstone. And then once we have I don't know what the tutorial is going to have us do, so I want to make sure I have a decent weapon. Plus I might encounter aggressive creatures in the world while running around. Let's see. Okay. So the game does have directional combat as well as directional blocking. Another thing that's always nice. involves a little bit of skill. I don't know how precise it's going to be, but okay. Overhead. With a spear, I'd like to do a lunging attack, take advantage of the range if possible. Okay, right, left. I'll have to figure this out. But even if I'm not doing perfect, precise directional attacks, it does do more damage. 10 versus 6, so that's good. Okay. Oh, there's a... Did I loot that already? I don't know. I guess I must have. Okay, so as you can see, attacks are using stam. Oh no, I did not. Standing torch. Okay, if I build a house, maybe. Yeah, so attacks do use stam, so you gotta be careful, and stamina statistics are meaningful then in that case, which informs your character creation process. What is that flying there? Alright. Here's our village. Let's find the mayor. Somebody who's dressed a little better than the others. Is this lootable? No. Oh, okay, that's reassuring. Oh, that looks lootable. Okay, so yeah, example of a skill check with a DC. My character creation could have benefited me there if I wanted to build around that. I don't know if the NPCs respond if you loot or steal stuff, but I'm not going to try. I do have a healing potion though. Put that on our bar in case I need it. Okay, nothing in here. Let's go talk to the mayor. Tutorial. Okay, you can switch between running and walking. Interaction button. Quest markers. Alright. Let's go find this guy. There's the map. Yeah, switching between running and walking. Oh wow. So as you saw at the beginning, I chose solo, so I'm not at risk of encountering PvP, but I imagine if I were on a server, that could happen. I don't know what the PvP rules are, if this is in a newbie area, or if anyone could have just walked up and killed me during the tutorial. I'll have to try that out and see. Don't know too much about the game in that regard. Okay, so sprinting uses stam. Gotta be careful with that. Running doesn't though. So I wonder what the purpose of walking would be. RP walk maybe? Nice reminder to apply your changes. Okay, instructions on slotting items, already done that. Oh right, books. So you have books and recipes that you can find or buy and read, which will open up skills or abilities. That's good. I imagine that some of those will be dropped by mobs, so you have an incentive to go out in the world and kill things. Quest tracker. Oh, okay. That's nice. So I had 15 coin, I believe, when I started, and he's given me some more. Let's see what kind of stuff you can buy. Kind of somewhat naked-ish, so... Of course, so is this guy, and he's the merchant. He could afford to wear some clothes, but he's a little portly. Okay, so I have 40 coins. Okay, so I see that the merchant has kind of a float amount of coins that they can spend to buy items. So if I were running around and like trying to sell things to him, I'd have a limit. So that's good. I wonder if I buy stuff that it goes into that pool. Let's see, what does he got? Okay, so I have 40 coins. I could afford that armor set. Yeah, so different slots. So you could stack armor points, I guess. Oh, some of those are expensive. Should I save or buy? Let me just buy. Look a little more presentable. Alright. Goodbye, sir. Thank you. Okay, so let's... Okay, put on the clothes, my armor. Oh, there we go. It's a nice outfit. Alright. Oh yeah, I have to continue the quest, the tutorial rather. Oh no, I chose the wrong dialogue. Let's go back. I like that it's not broken. Like you can't accidentally prematurely terminate the tutorial. You can always go back to it. That's good. Crafting. Okay, I've already done this as well. Oh, rewards. You can get materials through rewards too. That's good. Okay, so as you level up, you get talent points. Okay, so yeah, I can unlock new recipes that way. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, finding recipes is a good incentive. Oh, nice, thanks. Fish. Okay, yeah, so they're just gonna teach you how to craft. I need a knife first. Right, more tools will be added, okay. Okay, so let me see. Do I have what I need to craft the knife? Yeah, I just need to make another cordage. Do I have enough fiber? Fiber, is so important in survival games. It's hilarious. Can't go wrong with having too much fiber. Alright, I do have enough. That's good. I like the little animation here. Interesting. So its complexity and duration is relative to what you're doing. So making the cordage was a short animation, making the item is a bit longer. It's very cool. And let's go ahead and fillet these fish. Oh, it goes onto your bar? Okay, no, so yeah, I see. That's good. Oh, still see some stuff flying around. Alright. So yeah, as you can see, the food items do different things. Different food, of course, some will satisfy just hunger, others will satisfy thirst, and some will do both. Okay, let's progress. Ah, yeah, he wants one. Okay. Okay, there's a strong attack. Probably uses a lot of stam. Right, directional attacking and blocking. Saw that earlier. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good information. Oh, so archery. Archery's great. I'll probably have to pick that up. Although I do have a ranged spell for pulling mobs, but everything's straightforward, clearly. Okay, I see. Damage reduction. Got it. And specific resistances. Right. Okay, very, very good. All straightforward. They didn't lie. So, we're going to continue the tutorial in the next video. Again, this is Carth, currently in early access. It's been up for just under a week, since May 15th. On sale on Steam. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.